all the big homies. What we doing for our generation? How we living by example when we ain't creating? Opportunities we got, but we too busy hating. We lost focus, shit, I know I did, I'm on vacation. Too busy trying to get the clothes and cars. Too busy chasing hoes and living like the summer's ours. I'm ashamed I lost direction. I'm redefining life and sharing all these blessings. Little homie, take a seat and listen. I know your daddy gone, but I'ma be the intervention. Seize life, know you a king. Stay sharp and watch for the fiends, shit. Save your money, fuck gold chains. Reinvest the dough so you can get the whole thing. Yeah, you can get the whole thing. Incorporated, not talking about the cocaine. No lean, no perk. You need a clear head to get it, cause it's gonna be work, kid. And you could be the first man in your house to graduate to higher learning. Yeah, this fire, yeah, it's burning. Motivation keeps me going when I'm hurt. This lifestyle's a better version. Avoid negative excursions. Yeah. When the street lights on, you can go get it right or you can go get it wrong. Yeah. When the street lights on, you can go get it right or you can go get it wrong. Shit. When the street lights on, you can go get it right or you can go get it wrong. Yeah. Or we gon' cry when you gone. Yeah. Or we gon' cry when you gone. Nothing good comes easy. No shortcuts in hustling, believe me. That's why I always got a strap when you see me. But that's only if I need, not easily defeated. I'm dedicated like I'm breathing. I love my people, but we gotta keep believing. Yeah, we gotta keep achieving. Cause they think we all heat. We gon' prove them wrong. And I'ma see you through the perfect storm. I wanna see you in the morning when the night's gone. And you gon' lead the bad influences. I'm just speaking on some truest shit. Yeah. When the street lights on, you can go get it right or you can go get it wrong. Yeah. When the street lights on, you can go get it right or you can go get it wrong. Yeah. When the street lights on, you can go get it right or you can go get it wrong. If you do, we gon' cry when you gone. Yeah. We gon' cry when you gone. Go get it right, you can go get it wrong. You can go get it right, you can go get it wrong. Yeah. When the street lights on, you can go get it right, or you can go get it wrong. Yeah. And we gon' cry when you gone. We gon' cry when you gone. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in. A teacher asked little Johnny, if I give you 2 cats, then 2 more cats, then 2 more cats, how many cats will you have? Little Johnny was puzzled. He said, 7. Teacher said, no, Johnny, listen. I give you 2 cats, then 2 more cats, then 2 more cats. How many cats will you have? Little Johnny said, 7. Frustrated at this point, the teacher says, look, 2 cats plus 2 cats plus 2 cats makes 6. Why you keep saying 7 cats? Little Johnny says, I already got a cat. How y'all doing tonight? Now that joke, if you don't like it, you have to blame one of our audience because they sent it in. What's up, Pops? Actually, that was my mother that sent me that joke. We're a family that jokesters, and we are, little Johnny jokes was the favorite around the house. How y'all doing, man? Man, I miss y'all. Man, this is a crazy week. I know I say that every week, but the shit seems like it's getting crazier and crazier. I got a question. Why y'all buying up all the motherfucking toilet paper again? What's going on with the toilet paper, man? I never did get an answer for that shit. I went to the store and there's no fucking toilet paper again, man. What are y'all afraid of? I mean, what are you really afraid of when you gotta buy all the toilet paper? I don't understand, man. Y'all motherfuckers, all the water and shit and juice and shit is all there, but you take all the toilet paper. Man, shit, if shit gets that bad, taking the shit gonna be the last thing you guys need to worry about. Calm the fuck down, man. Calm down. But I did miss you. It's been a crazy week, but it is Monday. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is time to wake your ass up.
And I'm glad y'all tuned in today. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Listen, I was so excited about this show because it's something that's pretty passionate. I'm passionate about. I actually wrote it Monday night, last Monday, after the show. And tonight we're going to be talking about getting ahead in the workforce. We're going to be talking about work ethic. We're going to be talking about what separates the people that move up and the people that stay stagnant. I've been employing people for 25 years, and I'm going to give you some free game tonight on what employers look for. And I'm just going to give you some advice, as once being an employee myself. Well, first of all, for me, as an employee, one thing I will never do, you'll never see me play a race card ever in my life. Never. But I do, however, understand that racism is a real thing. And I do also understand that the difference between someone being racist and someone just figuring that's just the way shit is. I was brought up in the restaurant business. Now, in the restaurant business, us black folks, they usually have us back in the kitchen. Now, unless you work for one of these, well, I used to work for one too, a racist ass country club, and where all the black people work in the front. But anyway, not to make this a race thing, but I've always made sure that I outworked everybody around me. When I got my first GM job at 24, 25 years old, there was only two or three other black GMs in the whole company. You're talking about 100 and something restaurant. I outworked the people around me. You know what I'm saying? They had to give it to me. And that's the way people have to think. I'm not so much about the race thing, but if you go into a job, if you really want to move ahead, if you really want to make more money, if you really want to, climb up that corporate ladder, then you guys are going to have a better work ethic. Some of y'all, man, I swear to God, boy, I said, some of y'all just not too far away from just being on the couch and you get into the workforce. I can see if you're young. I can see if you're a teenager. You learning because you barely take the fucking trash out at home, and then you get a job at Publix or some shit and you a little on the lazy side. I get that. But some of y'all, man, 30, 40, 50 years old, and y'all still doing the same shit. And then complain and blame it on the employer, or blame it on people that you work with, or blame it on this and blame it on the rain, all that shit. Listen, I'm here to tell you that the answer is always within you. The answer is within you. No matter what your goals are in life, be it you own your own business or working your way up the corporate ladder, it's important that your work ethic and your drive is strong, even if the job is temporary. My father used to tell me, and this stuck with me too. My father used to tell me all the time, son, I don't care if you was a street sweeper or took out the trash. I don't care what your job is. Be the best at it. My father always told me that. Be the best at it. Be the very best. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the job is. What matters is that you building your character as a man or as a woman in the way that you're looked at, the way that you're perceived. Be the best at whatever it is. And it might not even be the job that you're going to be working, do you see yourself working in 10, 20 years, 25 years? Be the best at that shit. How you think you're going to move up? What you're doing, let's say right now you work at fucking McDonald's somewhere. Be the best fucking burger flipper they got. Why? Because you're not. For one, you're going to be able to move up and make more money and the boss will leave you the fuck alone. But what you're really doing is you are building your character and who you are. You're going to take that skill set wherever you go. Be it McDonald's, be it, fucking Amazon, whatever it is you decide that you're going to do. What is a good work ethic? Let's break this shit down. Because some of you need to know. People who want to develop a good work ethic should practice being cordial and positive and should always refrain from partaking in gossip. Well, shit, that knocks out half of y'all motherfuckers right now. Some of y'all still gossip. Excuse me. Last week we talked about this shit. Why you go to work and gossip? Don't you get enough watching television and social media? Ain't that enough? Why you have to go to work and gossip too? Nobody's got time for that shit. I'm going to tell you, as an employer, the last thing I want to hear is a bunch of people gossiping about shit. I hate that shit. I nip that shit in the bud quick. Professionals are respectful of others and work to develop a reputation of being honest, hard worker. What's wrong with that? Some people come to work and act like they're doing the boss a favor by showing up. I don't think people really understand that. As an employer, we have a vision of what we want. As an owner, we have a vision. As a manager, employer, whatever, we have a vision of how we want shit to go. We have our own goals. We have our own, agendas. And we bring people in to help us reach that agenda. That's why I tell you guys all the time, if you don't want to have a boss and you want to work for yourself, start your own business. But as long as you're working for someone else, it's your job to run the play that the coach gives you. That's the job. That's why we hired you. We didn't hire you to come in and talk a whole bunch of shit about Susie and come in late and smelling like weed and shit and then going drinking on your lunch break. Nobody asked for none of that shit. That's not why we hired you. We hired you to come in and do the job. That's it. Now, with me, I take things a little bit further. With me and, in our company that we have, me and my partner, we've always hired. I had a saying that I learned a long time ago in the restaurant business, that you hire the attitude and train the skill. When I interview people, your work history is cool, but I'm really interviewing you. I want to talk to you. A lot of times I don't even look at the fucking application. Because what we do is we try to put the right people together. Because whenever you put the right people together, generally the production level is going to be pretty high. It's not perfect, but it's going to make it pretty high. So that's what we look for. When I interview someone, and when you guys go on interviews, remember this shit. I'm going to hire you, the person. The experience does matter in some jobs. In my kind of job, sales, shit like that, it doesn't really matter. I don't give a fuck. I can teach you how to sell the shit. How are you as a person? And when I ask you this question, this is free game. What happened at your last job? The last fucking thing you need to say is my manager did this, and they did this, and they did this, and then I quit. My next question is going to be, well, did you have another job lined up? What are you doing now? Oh, I'm not working. Okay. In my head, I'm saying, so your manager fucked with you so bad that you quit your job and didn't even have shit else? You just quit? Then I look at your job before that, and the job before that, and the job before that. You done had 10 jobs, 3 months apiece, and all of them say the same shit. The manager. You might have to look in the mirror. That shit might be you. You might be the problem. So we want to break down some of these things. Excuse me. I got some apple juice today, man. If you guys ever had this shit, it's called Martinelli's. This is the best apple juice fucking ever invented. Good shit. All right, here's some examples of good work ethic. I hope you guys are listening. Reliability, number one. Can I rely on you? That's what I look for. Dedication. Listen, when I hire someone, I'm not asking you to believe in my vision to the point where that's all that matters. I just want you competent. I want you dedicated to your skill set, to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Discipline. How disciplined are you? Are you a loose cannon? Do I got to worry about you coming in here and stabbing every motherfucking body? Productivity. Can you get the job done? It's simple math. You get paid so much an hour to do a job. If little Susie over here can, let's make it easy. Screws caps on Martinelli bottles. Okay, little Susie can do 30 of those an hour and you only do 10. That's a fucking problem, don't you think? You might not be as good as Susie, but 10 compared to 30 is a problem. So you got to be productive. Cooperation. Do I want my employees' opinion? Of course I do in certain times. But when I'm giving out a game plan, at that point in time, no, just follow the play. Now, what I do is I like to have town halls where I'll sit down and I'll talk to my staff. And then I'll get their input. Because it's not my way or the highway. Trust me, I want to know how they think. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how they feel about shit. But when I give you the play, I'm not asking for you to change the motherfucker. I need you to run that play. You did? Integrity. I can tell you this, knock on wood, If $100 bill got dropped on the floor at my office, I guarantee you it could sit there for a fucking day, and whoever picked it up is gonna say somebody dropped $100 bill. That kind of goes back into hiring the right people. You know, can I trust you? Can I trust you? That's big. Responsibility. Are you a responsible person? Do you fucking come to work on time? Are you responsible? We're going to talk about how health, you taking care of your health, can make you a better employee as well. Professionalism. Be professional. Now, my office is really laid back. We dress how we dress. You know, it's pretty laid back. It's pretty casual. We don't have people off the street coming in buying shit. So we're not dealing with customers like face to face or anything. But there's still a certain amount of professionalism that we have to have. Now, these are all skills that you need regardless if you're going to work for yourself or if you're going to work for someone else. Remember what I told you. It's not about the fucking job. The job don't matter. What it's about is building your fucking character as a man. Listen, some of you guys might be 18, 19, 20 and watching this. You probably ain't going to watch it that long because it's probably boring to you. And some of you might. I'm not shitting on the young people. But listen, trust me when I tell you, as you get older, this shit matters, man. This shit matters. Nobody wants to hire somebody that had 20 fucking jobs. And you see the unemployment rate. Jobs are already hard enough to get. And you out here shucking through life and shit like shit don't matter and anybody's gonna hire you. Trust me, man, you might get a job, but you're gonna get fired. Your ass is gonna get fired. And then you're gonna be sitting up here blaming somebody else for why you don't have a fucking job. So listen to me, all right? Now here's 10 work habits that you should try to break. I am not perfect. I've had some of these liabilities in my life. Most of them when I used to drink. I was a functional alcoholic. I went to work. I didn't drink during work or anything like that. But I always felt like shit the first half of the day. You know, but I turned shit around and made it happen. But procrastination. We just talked about this not too long ago. Now here's the thing. With me. Remember we talked about procrastination. We said some people can wait until the last minute because they work better under pressure, but they always deliver. I'm the kind of person that you're going to make me nervous as shit until you've earned that trend and you got that track record where you always going to deliver. I had an engineer one time with the record label, good friend of mine, his name, well, I'm not going to say his name. He might be mad at me because I'm going to talk about him a little bit. But I remember we go to the studio. This shit was like $75 an hour and shit. We get to the studio. This motherfucker breaks out of the skateboard and goes out in the parking lot and starts skating and shit. I'm like, man, what are you doing? Oh, man, this is what, we got a vibe. We got a vibe. We got a... Motherfucker, I'm paying you $75 an hour. You vibe your ass back in the studio. You know what I mean? And he would always say, I got a vibe. But whenever he did that, what he did is he taught me, 'cause I've been doing music for 35 years. He taught me is that it's all about the energy. It's all about the vibe. You got to get in the right zone first. Because I was counting those hours, $75 an hour shit. I'm trying to do a fucking song an hour up in this bitch. But he made me relax. But I trusted him. I guess what I'm trying to say is, once someone has earned that trust, then it's okay. But some of you guys procrastinate just because you like putting shit off. And you don't hit your timeline. So you can't do that shit. Confusing informal with disrespectful. Now, I have someone that works for me. He used to work at another company where he ran it for me. And he had some employees. And I've had it too. I'm not dogging him. It's not about him. He's awesome. But he had employees that were good friends of his. And whenever you have, employees and staff that are good friends with you, you got to draw a line in the sand and you got to let them know up front, listen, we might be cool after work, but during this shit, you're going to respect me. I'm running this shit. I got deadlines and shit I got to hit. I'm bringing you on because you can assist me in helping me get this shit done. But if you can't and you think it's all buddy and shit, you can kick rocks. But a lot of people fall victim to that. That's why you see managers and owners and different shit, you see them kind of shy away from staff. It's not that they don't want to mingle. It's not that they don't want to hang out. It's because sometimes the staff misreads that and they, think y'all all cool and shit. And then before you know it, the shit done got all disrespectful. And you definitely don't want to do that. taking advantage of leeway. That's another thing. See, I'm the kind of person in my old age where I've gotten a little bit soft. I don't even want to say soft. I'm just not a bull in a china shop anymore like I used to be. I used to be a bull in a china shop. It used to be my way or the highway. I was extremely skilled at what I did. I earned my way up to being a general manager. But once I got that shit, I didn't know about people. My people skills wasn't there. You understand? And I remember, man, I was a GM and my kitchen manager was an older dude and he used to laugh at me and shit. Because this dude would be in the kitchen cussing out people, throwing shit at people, and they just right there with him. I'm like, man, how the fuck can you sit and do all of this shit, man? And your staff, he said, they love me. See, you can't do what I do. I said, well, I'm not trying to throw shit at them, but I need shit done. He said, here's the thing. These people ride with me. They understand that I love them. If I get heated, they understand it's for a reason. So they're going to get shit done. All you're doing is running through here just telling people what to do, and there's no connection. And so I fell on my face in my first GM job. I fell directly on my face because my whole staff laid down on me. They just stopped working. And I had to get that shit together, and I had to learn. So it goes both ways. Refusing to mingle. Whenever I have two staff members, when y'all not getting along, what's the first thing you're gonna say? Well, all I'm gonna do is just come in and do my job. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm just gonna do my job. I don't want that shit. Y'all two motherfuckers gonna sit in this room and figure that shit out. Why? Because I don't want you to just come to work and keep your head down. If there's no energy, if there's no family bond, our shit's not productive. It's not gonna work. So I need for you two to figure this shit out, squash it, and let's move forward. Being rigid, being negative, always complaining. How many of y'all got people at work that work with y'all that's always fucking complaining about everything? I'll wait. I know a lot of you do. Always fucking complaining. Why are you complaining all the motherfucking time? Do you not want to work? I think that's what it is. I think some people just don't want to work. And that makes it hard for the rest of us. So listen, when you guys go into work tomorrow, I want you guys to remember this, man. It's not about what you're doing for the boss. It's not about what you're doing with the person beside you. It's just your responsibility, man. You took on a job from these people. You got to go in there and do the fucking job. And you also, I would think, have dreams and ambitions on shit that you want to get in the future. You got to start sharpening that skill right now. You got to sharpen that skill. You're never going to get where you want to be if you half-ass. You're just not. It's not going to happen. So unless you don't give a fuck about what you do in your future, I advise some of us, man, to just knuckle up, tie your boots up tight, and go to work and knock that shit out, man, because at the end of the day, the people's perception of you is their reality. And if their perception of you is that you just out here and you always late and shit and coming to work all, fucked up and drunk and smelling like weed and all that shit, I can't depend on you, man. I've had employees that are always that 1 minute late, 2 minutes late. I'll send your ass home. I don't give a fuck. I'll deal with it for a little bit, but then I'll send your ass home. Because here's my thought process on that. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. That tells me that your whole life is fucking dysfunctional. To a degree. If you have a job where you're late every day, or you running late every day, and you running in, putting your belt on and shit every day, I can only imagine how your whole day lines out. You understand? Remember what we talked about. You got to wake up early, ready to go get it. And I know everybody's not like that, and that's okay, young people. I know some of us ain't. It took me a long time to figure that shit out. But if you want a head start over your peers, wake your ass up with purpose. Wake your ass up ready to go get it. Be early to work. Just because you don't get paid and say the job starts at 11, you don't get paid till 11, don't mean come in that motherfucker at 11. Come early. Get your shit ready. Have a cup of coffee. Sit down. Talk to little Jane or whatever and see how her day was. And then when that bell hit, your ass is on ready to go. Now here's 8 tips for improving that work ethic. Start with your body. We talked about this a little earlier where I said that your health is important. If I've got someone that's constantly calling out because they're sick, At some point, I'm going to ask them, what are you doing about yourself? What are you doing with your health? Why aren't you taking better care of yourself? Maybe your diet, maybe it's this, and I understand, I get it. But some people call in all the time because they sick. Now, half of those times probably ain't the truth, and the other half might be. But if you sick all the time, you might think that that's an excuse absence. But after a while, it's not an excuse absence. You got to come to fucking work. When you're not there, I got to replace you with somebody else. And if I got to hire a whole nother person because you ain't there half the time, then I don't need you. Take better care of yourself. You want that body, we got to work to 65, 70, 75. Put some work in on that body and make yourself right so you can stop calling out to work all the fucking time. Eliminate as many distractions as possible. Some of us have a million things going on. I got a million things going on throughout the day. But one thing I won't do is when it's time to do this, we do this. When it's time to do this, we do this. You come to work with all this other shit going on, your Instagram, your Facebook, and some of you girls out there trying to get all these likes and shit. Then you on there Facebook fucking around, you ain't doing your job. Then you got too many distractions going on. You got to cut that shit out. Cell phones really fuck with productivity in the workplace. It really did. Social media. Measure your ethic against others. Now, I'm not saying that. Here's what I do. There's always somebody on the top of that totem pole, doing this shit. Measure yourself against them. It's a friendly competition. Measure yourself again. Who's the baddest motherfucker in here? That's who I need to be better than. Because again, it's perception. You want that raise? You want that promotion? You want an opportunity one day to go, own your own company? And that's where it's got to start. The job I'm doing right now, me and my partner, we were employees at that job. We own it. Same team, 12 years strong. We own it. We outworked everybody. Everybody fell off but us. And we still here and we doing it. Set your own standard of excellence. When I was a general manager, my boss, I didn't work any harder. Some of y'all, when the boss walk in, y'all run like roaches. You can't do that. As an employer, when I walk in and I see everybody start doing that shit, I know you ain't doing what the fuck you're supposed to do in the beginning. When I was a general manager, I didn't care if my boss came because I didn't work for him. I didn't work hard for him. I worked hard for me. I wanted to make sure that I excelled in what I had going on. So I didn't have to have nobody micromanaging me standing over top of my shoulder. I did that shit for me, not for him. Trust me, we see you running like roaches when we come up in the spot. Taking notes. Be dependable. Work a flexible day. Start your day strong and get to work on time. We talked about that. And don't let mistakes ruin your progress. Excuse me. You're going to have mistakes. You're going to make some mistakes. That's part of life. Shit's going to happen. You guys with me? Where my young people out there? I got a young dude. I'm not going to say his name because he probably watching. That's my homie, though. We sit and we have some deep conversations about shit, man, because, this young dude, man, this young brother, he's got it. You know what I'm saying? He's got it. He's got it, but he's young. You know what I'm saying? And when you're young, you're so full of piss and vinegar, you know what I'm saying? You go 100 miles an hour. I'm just trying to get him to slow down a little bit, slow down. Start off by being here early, being here on time. You know what I'm saying? And just slow down a little bit. But he's a bright soldier, man. He's going to be all right. As an employer, I will tell you right now that I look for people that can exceed the standard that I set. I used to base that standard on how I was as an employer or as an employee. But my mentor once told me that I should never expect another version of myself from someone else. But I should, however, work with my employees to be the best version of themselves that they can be. Long story short, I was at GM and I was running my people into the ground and they all laid down on me. It's because I expected them all to be on the same level as I was, running through the restaurant getting shit done. And that's just not how it was. I didn't accept their best. I wanted my best. And that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? my mentor told me, he said, listen, if you really want your people to work, you got to make that connection with them. Once you make a connection with your staff, help them get to the place where they're the best that they can be. And then you got to be okay with that. Everybody's not going to be on the same level as you, or they'd have your job. And that made a lot of sense to me. Guys, listen, your work ethic is super important, man. And the times that we are in, jobs are hard to find. Jobs are hard to find. And there's a lot of people out here, man, complaining about not working. But when you do get a job, you're not doing the fucking job right. You can't go to a job and let everybody outwork you and then blame the job why you don't have it no more. You got to go bust that shit out. You got to work your ass off. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what the fucking job is. I don't care if it pays $0.25 an hour or it pays $250,000 an hour. You got to go in there with some damn drive and some ambition. Always have your game plan of what it is that you're trying to do in life. But whatever that job is, I don't care. You can say, oh, this is just temporary. Who gives a fuck? Are you the best one working that temporary job? If not, then you need to reconsider that. You know what I'm saying? These are just suggestions. I ain't trying to tell you what to do with your life. I'm just trying to give you some game. If you want to accept that, then accept it. If not, it's cool too. Tonight we do have a video. It's called Work Ethic. And this is by the same guy that put the video out last week. His name is Ben Lionel Scott. Ben Lionel Scott is his name. And the name of the video is called Work Ethic. And here you go.
The key with me is no one will outwork me. No one. I love and I respect you guys. You motherfuckers won't outwork me. All starts with this. 2 hands, putting it to work.
But you cannot erase the work ethic part. There is no getting around. Ain't no elevator to the top. You got to take the stairs. The elevator don't go to the top, man. Not in the world of success. You gotta take the stairs. Y'all gotta start getting gritty, man. I hate it when I see young people wasting their time, wasting all this technology you got, just sitting around in this world that's been created for you, that everything is instant. But if you can combine your technology with your parents and your grandparents' work ethic, you could be rich, man.
Just ask yourself this week, do people know you for your work ethic? Are people like, man, you work hard? Are people actually commenting about you showing up early and staying late? Because if they're not, you're just blending in with everybody else's work ethic. At the end of the day, talent will not win the game. It is work ethic that will win the game.
You gotta get gritty, man. You gotta develop some dog in you. You got to get messed up sometimes. You got to get dirty. You got to get your feelings hurt. You got to get disappointed. You got to get told no. But in order to get the life of convenience, you got to have a very uncomfortable life. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
And you're always gonna have haters, and haters are like, well, damn, man, how much are you gonna do? Like, you do a lot of I say, yes, it's my ambition. Of course, you gotta work every day. It doesn't end. And when shit goes bad and it goes sideways, or you're coming through this injury, or people are writing you off, it should drive you.
If you're gonna get it, you're gonna have to have that dog. You got an opportunity. So here's the deal. When you have an opportunity, why would you give 80%, 70%? Why wouldn't you always give 120%? From today on, you play whatever your best game is, you play that level every single time. Every time you practice, you don't care what the circumstances, what the situation is, every single time you give it 120%. It doesn't mean you're gonna score every time, but you can always give 120% effort.
All right. How'd y'all like that, man? Talking about effort. Everything on this show, every week, we basically are talking about the same thing to a degree, but we have different topics. You know, the main takeaway from the show, and I told you guys this when we started it, man, is how do you become happy? There's so many different variables in your life that have to or need to come together in order for that to happen. But the root cause, to being happy is how you perform. You know, do you wake up with purpose? Do you have ambition? I don't come on this show to brag. I come on this show to give you some free game. You know, it's nothing to start a company. It's nothing to get out there and change what you're doing for work. It's nothing to get out there and change, you know, the people that are in your circle. It's nothing. It just takes some effort. You just got to do it. You know, it's easy to sit, you know, the path of least resistance, they say. It's easy to sit there and come up with a bunch of reasons of why not. That shit's easy. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. The hard thing is getting up saying, listen, today I just got my promotion. Today I just got a raise. In 2 years, I'm going to be here. In 5 years, I'm going to own my own company. In 10 years, I'm going to own my second company. I'm going to start putting money away for 401k. I'm going to get a Roth, my saving. That's the work. That's the work. But nobody's going to give you shit if you got a funky ass attitude. Nobody's going to give you shit if you lazy and can't come to work on time. Nobody's going to give you shit if you at work being negative Nancy and complaining and gossiping and shit all the time. Nobody wants to be around that kind of person. So you want to wake up, man. It's okay to say it's you. It's okay to look in the mirror and say, I'm fucking up. Let me fix that shit. That's okay. It's okay for you to change your life. You don't have to wait till New Year's either. Every hour, every day, you can start over. There's no rules to starting over. You can start over right fucking now. As soon as this show's over, you can fucking change for the better. Because at the end of the day, man, this whole life is a marathon and it's about getting better and better and better and better. Speaking of getting better, shout out to my graphic designer. His name is Trail. We're going to be doing a new thing, you know, for the overlays and shit on the show. So look out for that in the next couple of weeks. We're just going to spruce it up a little bit. I might even do another theme song for the show and shit. You know, just to try to spruce it up for the holidays and going into the new year. But remember this. Anything that you want can be obtained with the right amount of drive, work ethic, and attitude. It's your job to add value to your life. No one else is going to do it. And stop buying all the fucking toilet paper. All right? I need you guys to populate some positive energy on the population because we fucking need it. They going crazy. They buying toilet paper and all the paper towels. You're going to be wiping your ass with a wash rag soon. So make sure you chill the fuck out. Be positive. Spread some positive energy. Much negative people to the negative section. Why? Fuck them. We don't need them. And fuck them. We don't want to employ them. And we don't want to work with them either. So they can stay home. All right? I'll see you guys next Monday. I love you. Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. Hope you guys have an abundance of food and turkey and ham. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you have a good holidays, guys. I appreciate you guys. Bless.
To all the big homies, what we doing for our generation? How we living by example when we ain't creating? Opportunities we got, but we too busy hating. We lost focus, shit, I know I did, I'm on vacation. Too busy trying to get the closing card. Too busy chasing hoes and living like the summer's ours. I'm ashamed I lost direction. I'm redefining life and sharing all these blessings. Little homie, take a seat and listen. I know your daddy gone, but I'ma be the intervention. Seize life, know you a king. Stay sharp and watch for the fiends, shit.